Welcome back to the lab, y'all. It is your old Professor Pilk, and today we are, as promised yesterday, going to talk about how to get the Paradox Tera Raid that actually is not for your version of the game. So in this case, I'm using Pokemon Violet, and so what I need to do is I need to get Walking Wake, which is the Scarlet exclusive Pokemon. It's actually really simple. It's kind of a no-brainer, but just as a reminder, if you go in here to the Poke Portal, now you need to make sure you're online, so you got to press your L button to make sure that you are connected online, and then simply go to Tera Raid Battle. Pretty straightforward. Now, the downside of this is you're really at the mercy of other people running this raid, but looks like we got one right here. Let's see if we can connect real quickly. You got to be pretty fast on these. Now, if for whatever reason you can't connect, or you waited a minute and obviously it filled up, then just give it a moment here. This little light will light up, and you can press X and check for the raids. Might take us a few minutes to find one. Hopefully not, but I kind of personally expect that. So, let's see if we jump in here. We're unable to join. That's all I said. So, we're going to give it a moment here. We're going to check a few of these, and we'll get into one here in just a minute. So, the good news is we were actually able to jump into one here. So, we're going to go ahead and choose our Pokemon. Now, my understanding is that if you are lucky enough to have Miraidon in Scarlet, which literally just means you complete the Pokedex and you have someone to trade with, then Miraidon is a really, really, really solid mon for this. So that's who I'm going to personally bring. And my understanding is also this is supposed to be significantly easier than the prior mon. Now, you can see there are a couple different choices here. But once again, it's a 5-star raid, so I'm not expecting, anything too aggressive. Downside is, though, I did not give Miraidon leftovers or Shell Bell or anything that's going to do any healing, but I don't suspect we're going to need it. I hope, but we'll see. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past. All right. Okay. We got Electric Terrain, which is very, very nice. And he's using Sunny Day. This means that all my electric moves are going to be more powerful now. So I'll probably want to focus on Electro Drift. I'm going to go ahead and do a charge right out of the gate. Give myself a little bit of power. There we go. Ooh, my attack went down. I don't like that. Alright. So, let's go ahead and see here. So, we've got Electro Drift and Thunder as our two main. I'm going to do Electro Drift just because... Oh, wow. Somebody already one-shot it. And that is the power of going in here and doing this with friends. But that is... So, what somebody did is they did Belly Drum and then just literally, wiped him out. So, that is a complete option here. Though we do now have our, let's see, can I still do a Moonball? Heavy Ball. I don't want to use a ball that I've got one of. I did last time. Let's just do a, what do we want for him? I'm going to put him in just a regular Pokeball. Let's do a Moonball. What the heck? I always like to put him in something fun. Hence why I put the other Pokemon on the Beast Ball. A lot of times if I'm breeding these Pokemon, it makes it a lot easier, but yeah. So someone did do Belly Drum and literally just one-shot him, so there is that option as well. I'm going to assume that was Iron Hands. I didn't quite see what happened there because I was paying attention to what we were doing with our moves. I'm going to guess that was Iron Hands. So if you've got that option, go for it. But Miraidon, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to show you what he was capable of. But with the electric charge on the ground, any of his thunder attacks would have been that much stronger. But you see, he fell instantly. It's a really, really, really reusable Tera Raid event. But you can come in here and you can run this multiple times. Now you basically know how to solo him. Now you know how to take this on. If you have Miraidon, I highly recommend it. It's been a really successful build for a lot of people. But check this out. XP Candy Large, XP Candy Extra Large, another XP Candy Large. We got 2 big pearls, we got an ability cap, so that's great. That's a 2% drop rate. 2 tomato berries. We got a lot of good stuff here. Water Terra Shards, another XP Candy Large. So very, very successful run, all said and done. So there you guys go. That is how you get the Tera Raid event that is not necessarily for your version. Now, the nice part is if you want to run these multiple times a day, you totally can. You can only catch one of these Pokemon, but you can run this raid as much as you want because the rewards are absolutely worth it. And remember, it's going to come up for you once a day, so you can always go in there. And if you checked in my previous video, you can also do the trick where you reset the time and run it multiple times, though I honestly don't think that's really necessary here. Just, go into your Tera Raids and rerun it. So to real quickly explain the strategy that was done in that raid, let me just kind of go over here to my Iron Hands. Now, mine is not a high enough level for me to really take into the event, so it wasn't really an option for me. But if you really want to do this, it's a great way to just one-shot this event and kind of go nuts. So, if we go in here, Iron Hands will actually learn Belly Drum at level 84. So if you have him at level 100, it really is the best time to do this. You can also EV train him, get that attack, physical attack stat all the way up. Because what you're going to do, and I should have it here if I remember moves, you're going to use Wild Charge. You're basically going to turn 1, do Belly Drum. Remember, that halves his HP, but it is going to give you full attack stat. Now, in fairness, my understanding is, and if I remember back properly, he did reduce our attack stat 1. That still means he had attack up 5 instead of 6. Now, when you use Wild Charge, the real crazy thing is here. Let's go ahead and pull it up here. Oops. Let's go back in there. So remember moves, we're going to just grab Wild Charge, and I'm going to put it in place of Slam, because we're not going to need Slam ever. Okay. So, Wild Charge. The user shrouds itself in electricity and smashes into the target, also inflicts damage on the user. Now, this is a physical attack, and with the electric field, that is going to get even stronger. With Belly Drum, that is going to get even stronger still. So essentially, Wild Charge was just like a one-shot kill. Now, the really crazy thing here is you do take recoil damage. So you're going to take recoil damage of 1/4 the amount of damage produced on the Mon, but because it was a one-shot, it really didn't matter. Now, the best way you can kind of build your Mon to do this is if you increase the attack stat. If you do your EV training, check my video on EV training for how to do that. Increase your attack, increase your HP, max both of those out, and you should be just fine. You really do want those stats maxed, though. Defense won't really matter. Special attack won't really matter. Special defense won't really matter. Speed probably wouldn't be a bad thing to spec into a little bit, but really go all in on HP, all in on attack stat, and this Wild Charge strategy will just be insane. You don't have to worry about the recoil, because by the time the recoil affects, the Mon is already pretty much gone. So you can build Iron Hands to do that exact thing. I literally just going to go the long route with Miraidon, because that's a Mon I already had. But now that we've seen that, we know that's an even better strategy that you can use going forward and literally one-shot this Pokemon. It's really crazy. But for me now, I'm going to go heal my Mon and start playing with our new Paradox Mon. Super exciting, super duper fun. Had an absolute blast with this. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Like, comment, and of course share, because we are trying to grow this channel. And I will catch you guys for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming up here really soon.